Good day everyone, we are from Group 9 and today we will be presenting the Leading the Machine, School Principle and the Challenge of AI Integration in Malaysian Secondary School under the Digital Education Policy 2023.
Good morning, everyone. Today I will be discussing the implementation of artificial intelligence in Malaysian secondary schools and important role of school principals in this transformation. As we know, AI technology have been as adaptive learning platforms, automated assessment, and also intelligent tutoring system are changing the way teaching and learning among all the students and also teachers. Recognizing this potential, the Ministry of Education Malaysia introduced the Digital Education Policy 2023 to strengthen the digital competency and also prepare the students for the demands for the fourth industrial revolution. As a school principal, they play a very critical role in leading this transformation. As we know, they are very responsible for setting the boundaries and school vision and managing the resources and also encouraging the innovation among this, creating a culture that support that technology integration as well. As we know, this is one of the reason that this rural to urban digital device has been improvised. As moving on to next we will be learning a lot more. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. So for my part, I'm going to discuss about what is the UTEL models. Before going for this slide, we're going to discuss a critical challenge facing our educational leaders under Malaysia Digital Education Policy. We are asking school to embrace AI, but how do we ensure that our teachers actually use these tools instead of rejecting them? To answer this, we will explore a highly effective framework known as UTALP model. So, what is UTALP model? UTALP stands for Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology. It is an empirical validated model used to predict whether individuals will embrace or resist new digital tools instead of making assumption about why teacher might be hesitant. So this model give us measurable data focus on teacher behavioral attention, which is their actually readiness and plan how to use the new system. So this model also tell us that this attention is driven by four primary pillars. The first one is performance expectancy. The second one is effort expectancy. The third one is social influence, and the last one is facilitating conditions. So we will break down this. So the first pillars is about performance expectancy or the why. This measure whether a teacher believes an AI tool will genuinely optimize their daily works. In research, we measure this by asking the teacher if they agree with the statement like, using the system will increase my productivity, for example. We ask the teacher. Or when teachers see measurable benefit like faster lesson planning or automated grading, voluntary adoption rates will increase significantly. However, this is heavily counterbalanced by the second pillar. The second pillar is about effort expectancy or how hard factor. If a system is unintuitive, it sharply escalates the teacher anxiety. We survey this by asking if the system is clear and understandable. Our finding shows that the perceived complexity remain one of the absolute strongest predictors of technology resistance, even if the tool is highly useful. Moving to the third pillars, we look at social influence or the culture. Teachers operate within professional communities and peer perception strongly affect their choices. We measure this by asking if people who influence my behavior think that I should use the system. When the principal and teacher leader actively champion using AI, it will create a positive organization's norms or culture that will encourage the teacher adopting this AI in PDPC. Finally, we have facilitating conditions. The second one, the resources. This is critical barrier in Malaysia. It's referred to um, availability of technical infrastructure and ongoing support. We evaluate this but with a very practical statement. For example, we can evaluate by asking, I have the resource necessary to use the system, for example. That's this question. A deficiency here is such as digital divide between urban and rural school, facing unstable connectivity in internet that will directly block adoption. So structural barriers simply cannot be overcome by teacher motivation alone. So what does this mean for educational leadership? By applying the UTAL frameworks reveals a crucial insight. Teacher resistance to AI is rarely just a stubborn unwillingness to change. Most often, it is highly rational response to complex tools, inadequate support, or a lack of clear pedagogical benefits. This makes school principal the critical mediating factor. Leaders directly influence all four of these UTAL construct by providing targeted professional development to reduce effort, clearly communicating the performance benefits, and actively managing technical resources. Educational leaders can systematically guide our schools toward sustainable AI integration. So that's all for me. Thank you.
In this session, I will discuss about the case description and also the key finding related to AI integration in Malaysia secondary school under the Digital Education Policy 2023, or also announced at DEP 2023. The DEP 2023 was launched by the Ministry of Education to guide Malaysia digital transformation in education from 2023 to 2030. This policy aims to strengthen the digital learning, improve digital competencies among educators and school leaders, enhance infrastructure, and prepare students for the digital future. There are several important initiatives have been introduced to support this goal, which for the first one, Digital Competency Standard for Educator, DCSE, are used to assess the digital competencies level of teacher and also the school leader. And for the second one, the DALIMA platform has provided a national digital learning ecosystem that support teaching and learning in school. And next, for the third one is the Gemini Academic Initiative, which developed in collaboration with Google, has helped educators develop AI-related knowledge and the skill. And finally, the Johari Mentorship Program has supported digital mentoring and also the professional learning among the educators. So for overall, DEP 2023 place school leader at the center of digital transformation because principal always play an important role in guiding AI implementation at school level. The first key finding focus on principal digital leadership readiness. Although DEP 2023 expect principal to lead digital transformation effectively, current evidence suggests that leadership readiness remains a challenge. According to DCSE finding, around 53% of school leaders are still at the basic digital competency level. In addition, the Compass 2.0 assessment reported an average score of 2.7 out of 5 for digital ecosystem integration. This finding suggests that there is still a gap between policy expectation and the actual readiness of school leaders to lead AI integration. While for the second finding, focus on teacher readiness, Research shows there are many teachers are aware of AI and its potential benefit. However, many still have limited practical experience and also lack of confidence in using AI tools in their teaching in school. The DCSE assessment also found that 58% of teachers remain at the basic competency level of AI. One important issue is that many professional development programs focus on general digital skills rather than the subject-specific AI application. As a result, teachers may understand technology but still struggle to apply AI effectively in their classroom. So, therefore, the main pattern from these two findings is that technology is developing faster than the readiness of both school leaders and teachers. The third finding highlights the issue of digital inequality. The evidence showed clear differences between urban and rural schools. Urban schools generally have better internet connectivity, stronger infrastructure, and greater exposure to digital technologies. While in contrast, many rural schools continue to face challenges such as unstable internet access, outdated service, and also limited opportunity for AI-related training. These differences create unequal opportunity for AI integration across the school. As a result, principals in rural areas often face greater difficulties in implementing the goal of DEP 2023 despite being expected to meet the same national standard. While for the fourth finding, focus on distributed leadership. Several initiatives such as the JALIL Mentorship Program and also the Gemini Academic show positive effort to encourage collaboration and also the knowledge sharing among educators. However, many schools still rely heavily on principal as the main driver of the change. Teacher leader and also the digital expert within the school are not always fully utilized. This means that AI implementation often depends on a small number of individuals rather than being supported by a whole school community. As a result, progress may become difficult to sustain if leadership change occur. To summarize, four major findings emerge from this analysis. First, there is a gap between policy expectation and principal digital leadership readiness. Second, teacher readiness remains uneven, particularly in terms of practical AI application. And for the third one, digital inequalities continue to affect the implementation of AI across the different school contexts. And for the last one, distributed leadership structure remain limited in many schools. Taken together, these findings suggest that the success of AI integration is not determined by the technology only. Most importantly, it depends on leadership capacity, teacher preparedness, equitable access to the resources, and also the collaboration within the school. Within this finding in mind, the next session will discuss how transformation leadership theory and how the distributed leadership theory and also the UTA-UT model help explain these challenges and provide insight for improving AI integration in Malaysian secondary schools.
This section analyzes the findings through the lens of transformational leadership theory. Although the Digital Education Policy 2023 positions principals as key drivers of digital transformations, the findings indicate that many school leaders are not yet fully prepared to lead AI integration effectively. Evidence from the DCSE and COMPASS assessment shows that a significant proportion of principals remain at the developmental stage of digital leadership readiness. From a transformational leadership perspective, this creates a vision gap between policy expectations and actual implementations. According to best and obvious models, effective leaders should inspire a shared visions, encourage innovations, and support teachers throughout the change process. However, when principals have limited understanding of AI technologies, they may struggle to communicate the purpose and benefits of AI integrations. As a result, teachers may perceive AI initiative as additional administrative requirement rather than meaningful opportunities to improve teaching and learning. Furthermore, the findings suggest that professional development often focus on technical skills rather than cultivating innovative thinking. Therefore, strength transformational leadership capacity is essential if schools are to move beyond technology ambitions and achieve genuine educational transformations. The second theoretical lens is distributed leadership theory. The findings show that successful AI integrations cannot depend solely on principles. AI implementations involve multiple areas expertise, including pedagogy, technology, professional development, and change management. Spillane argues that leadership should be viewed as a shared organizational practice rather than the responsibility of one individual. In this context, teachers, leaders, ICT coordinators, and digitally competent educators become important contributors to school improvement. Initiatives such as the Jauhari Mentorship Programs and Gemini Academy demonstrate early efforts to distribute leadership responsibilities across schools. This initiative allows experienced educators to mentor colleagues and share best practice related to AI integrations. Distributed leadership also promote professional learning communities, collaborative problem solving, and knowledge sharing. This is particularly important because AI technologies continue to evolve rapidly, requiring continuous learning and adaptations. Therefore, sustainable digital transformation occurs when leadership is distributed across multiple stakeholders rather than concentrated in a single individual. To understand teachers' adoption of AI technologies, the findings were analyzed using the Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use Technology, or UTAUT. The model identifies four key factors influencing technology acceptance. The first is performance expectancy, which refers to teachers' belief that AI can improve their teachings, effectiveness, and efficiency. Many teachers recognize these benefits, particularly in lesson planning, assessment, and content generations. The second factor is effort expectancy. Teachers are more likely to adopt AI when the technology is easy to learn and integrate into daily teaching practice. However, many educators still report difficulties due to limited training and experience. The third factor is social influence. Supports from principals, college, and school culture significantly affect teachers' willingness to experiment with AI technologies. Finally, facilitating conditions refers to infrastructures, technical supports, and professional development opportunities. These findings reveals that rural schools often face greater challenge due to limited resources and connectivity issues. Overall, the Utawut model suggests that teachers' resistance is not necessarily caused by negative attitudes towards AIs. Instead, it often reflects concern about supports, training, and access to resources. This highlights the important role of school leadership in creating conditions that encourage adoptions. This report has changed our understanding of AI integration in education. Initially, we view AI implementations primarily as a technological issue involving software, infrastructures, and digital tools. However, the analysis demonstrates that AI integration is fundamentally a leadership challenge. The findings show that successful implementations depends on visionary leadership, collaborations, and teacher supports, and also ethical governance rather than technology alone. As a future educational leaders, we have learned the importance of continuously developing digital leadership competencies while fostering collaborative school cultures. We also recognize the need to support teachers through professional learning and ensure equitable access to digital opportunities for all students. In conclusions, technology alone does not transform education's effective leadership determines how technology is used to create meaningful improvement in teaching, learning, and educational outcome.
To ensure successful implementation of AI in Malaysian secondary schools, there are several recommendations should be considered. First, school principals should receive a comprehensive training in AI literacy and also digital leadership. This training should focus on AI governance, ethical AI use, and also data-driven decision making and also digital transformation as well. Strong leadership is also essential for guiding schools through technological change, as we know. And also, secondly, digital infrastructure must be strengthened. For example, schools need to reliable internet connectivity and sufficient technological resources, and also cloud-based learning platform, and also strong cyber security that measures, and also particularly attention should be given to rural and remote schools to reduce these inequalities that access to technology as well. Third is clear ethical guidelines. Governance framework should be established, and also this policy should be enhanced and also address the important issues such as data privacy, algorithm bias, and also transparency and academic integrity as well. Such guidelines will be helpful for the schools balance innovation and also with the ethical responsibility. Fourth, stakeholder collaboration should be encouraged. Teachers, students, parents, policymaker, technology providers everyone should involve in discussion and also implementation as well. This collaborative approach help build trust and promotes the acceptance and ensure that AI initiatives meet the need of stakeholder as well. So concluding this, finally, continuous monitoring and also evaluation system should be implemented, and also educational authorities should regularly assess the teacher readiness and also students' outcome as well. So as we know, the overall effectiveness of AI initiative will be more enhanced, and also the data collected from this evaluation can be used and also improve their policy in order for them to ensure the resources and also allocate all this effectively. So thank you. In conclusion, AI has tremendously potential to enhance the teaching, learning, and also school management in Malaysia secondary school. However, the success of a digital education policy 2023 depends greatly on the leadership capabilities of a school principal as well. As we know, effective AI integration requires more than technological investment. It requires strong digital leadership and also infrastructure, teacher capacity building, and also ethical governance. School leaders must be prepared to guide the educational transformational while ensuring the innovation aligns with the educational values and also ethical standards. With a coordinated effort from the policymakers, school leaders, teacher, parents, and also technological providers from Malaysia can develop this inclusive and also sustainable for a future generation and also future ready AI education ecosystem should be benefit all the students around all the world. Thank you so much.
That's all from our group presentation. Thank you for watching.